A rare dime hidden for decades sells.
You're okay, Johnny. It's to you.
The moon is full and the stars are aligned and the sky is an eerie black. It's the night of the biggest vampire on the hunt, on the attack. He spreads his wings as he takes from the air like smoke from a roaring fire, salivating for a little slice of that sweet carnal desire. On your marks, get ready, set, go! 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 Get on with the show!
Live from Appleton, Wisconsin, and the Pacific Northwest of the Pacific Northwest, it is the one and only TWO Stoned. I am Johnny.
And I am Marco. And I would say what a glorious Tuesday it is. But unfortunately, I'm sure everybody's heard the news, at least by this point. It'll be Wednesday by the time you're listening to this, I imagine. But
yeah, I know. It's unbelievable. I did not see this coming today. What the hell? Why is the intro still playing now all of a sudden? All right, okay, I turned it on. It wasn't going, and now it was going, and now... Yeah, unfortunately, the Ozman...
Yep. Yeah, earlier today, as a matter of fact, passed away, 76 years old.
Now, we don't have any information. Do you think he unlifed himself? I'm getting ready with the YouTube. See how they say that now? Unlifed himself.
Unalived himself. Yeah. To be honest, at this point, I'm willing to believe that he did because... I mean, the dude was in a chair for the tail end of his actual performing career. And if you ever saw any videos of him, like, signing autographs and shit, like, the dude was riddled with Parkinson's, and he was obviously in a lot of fucking pain. So it wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if he opted for assisted slip and slide.
Yeah, because we saw what happened to the boxer guy, what's his name? Muhammad Ali. Or the comedian Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor. He had Parkinson's?
I believe he did. Yeah, I think that's what finally took him out.
Huh.
And, I mean, Ozzy's been around for so goddamn long.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I can't imagine that all the years of partying and drugs and drinking have done any ways of helping him from preventing from getting Parkinson's, but the fact that he even made it past 70 to begin with is fucking insane.
Well, wasn't Lemmy 76?
I believe I believe he was like 70 or 71, something like that.
Oh, okay. So he outlived Lemmy, for fuck's sake. So
somehow.
I don't know. Have I been the biggest Black Sabbath fan ever? At times, you know? I don't know how to explain my love for Black Sabbath because I'm either really into it or I don't want to listen to it at all.
Well, they're kind of like, me personally, I love Black Sabbath. I could talk about Black Sabbath all day. I love Black Sabbath. But Black Sabbath is like... In terms of, like, on the spectrum of metal as a genre, Black Sabbath was our Beatles. You know what I mean? there isn't a single metal band that exists that doesn't mention Black Sabbath or Ozzy Osbourne in some capacity of what inspired them as a musician. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they'll never admit that they stole their sound and everything from Pentagram. But I mean,
Nobody cares
Pentagram
about
was
Pentagram.
eerily Black Sabbath-ish before Black Sabbath even put a record out.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. I have played Pentagram for people that are like Black Sabbath fans, and the reception isn't nearly as positive.
No, I mean, Pentagram kind of, I think, created the sound, but Black Sabbath actually know how to write songs. Pentagram,
Yeah.
not known for their songwriting. They won't ever be confused with Lemon and McCartney over there, that freaky Pentagon guy.
The best that Pentagram ever did was that they had that one fucking close-up shot of their singer just staring blankly into the crowd as his hair is being blown back, looking like Krusty the Clown. They made a fucking meme out of him. That's the best thing they ever did with their career.
And, Ozzy, for the rest of his life, will always be known for this. The eating of the bat.
Yes. One of his most iconic moments. And he claims that he didn't know that it was an actual bat. He thought it was like a Halloween prop. But I mean, granted, this is Ozzy, and he was very high. But I don't know. I feel like after I touched it, I would realize it wasn't fucking rubber.
I guess it was frozen.
Some motherfucker. No, how could he bite the head off that thing if it was frozen?
Exactly. That's how nuts that guy was. He was really into cross-dressing, too, back in the day, old Ozzy. He'd love to throw dresses on and run around.
There was a lot of people that were like that. But that's all for the shock value, Like, oh, what the hell is he wearing? It's all part of the show.
And the funny thing is Ozzy never got pussy, which is weird.
Yeah, because he was married to Sharon Osbourne. And granted, I mean, he did cheat on her multiple times, but that was only like a few instances that we know of that I could think of. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm surprised he hasn't done it more. Probably because he's worried that Sharon will fucking chop off his nuts.
Yeah, it was a lifetime of him trying to get away with shit from mommy. He'd sneak on other guys' tour buses and got liquor.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, me and my dad were talking about it. There's an interview that Zakk Wylde gave where he talked about when he first got the gig to be with Ozzy. Like, he was like fucking 18 or 19 or some shit. The dude barely had a fucking job, and he's Ozzy's lead guitar player now. And he calls or Sharon Osbourne calls Zakk Wylde's wife. And says, and basically says, "Hi, darling, I have a question for you. Does Zach have a drinking problem?" And she goes, "No, Zach's never had a drink in his life." And she goes, "Oh, well, he does now."
Oh my god! Yeah, I remember when Zakk Wylde was talking about when Ozzy hired him too, and he goes, "I don't want none of that gay shit on the guitar. No whammy bars, no hammer-ons. I don't want another Eddie Van Halen. I want a real guitar player."
Yeah.
And to this day, I've never seen Zakk Wylde use a whammy bar.
No. Even I don't think he even used one for the Pantera tour, which is fucking crazy.
It's extremely crazy. That guy is how Ozzy found these guitar players.
Yeah, literally, Randy Rhoads and Zakk Wylde, they were just teenagers. They were just fucking kids.
Not to mention Brad Gillis, who eventually went to Night Ranger. It was a monster guitar player that nobody knows about.
Jakey Lee, who didn't have a stellar career after he left Ozzy, but he's a phenomenal guitar player all the same.
That stuff he did, I think, is better than the Randy Rhoads stuff. Just after 30 years of all the guitar playing, you know what I mean? At the time, there was nobody playing like that. So it was amazing. But now, after time has passed and other guitar players you get to compare him to, I really like Jake's stuff way better. It's way more harder to play.
See, I will concede in that you could that's like debatable that you can say that, but that's really tough for me to agree with you because Randy Rhoads, he left Ozzy's band and then he fucking died. But the reason why he left Ozzy's band was because he was going to music college. Like, he wanted to learn more about music and be a better musician. So if he had lived to continue his education, I'm sure he would have been one of the most fucking amazing guitar players ever, and he probably would have been back in Ozzy's, as Ozzy's lead guitar player eventually, for sure. But we don't know that.
No, and nobody talks about Gus that played with him for a while.
Right.
That's just forgotten. I'm trying to think who else has played with him. Well, that's been about it after all these years. I'm trying to remember.
I think Steve Vai played with him for a while.
I don't think so.
I
don't think they've ever crossed paths.
I could have sworn Steve Vai, like, maybe he went on tour with Ozzy for a while. I don't remember.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe he filled in for a while, but
yeah.
It's the greatest guitar players ever in the history. Like, every guy there deserves to be on the Mount Rushmore of guitar players, except for Gus. We don't know who he is.
Yeah, that's the guy that you put on Mount Rushmore, like the fifth head, but he's at like the base of the mountain.
Yeah, that's like he left. He got hired after Zach left, and like to every Ozzy fan, Zach was the last guitar player in that band. I don't care who played after him, but Zach was the guy.
Yeah. Actually, another thing my dad was telling me about is something that I always wondered was why did Ozzy kick Zach Wilde out of the fucking band? And I figured it was because of his drinking problem, which that would have been fucking hilarious if that was true. But apparently Zach said that one day they called him into the studio and they just told him, yeah, we're working on a new album and you're not going to be on it. And he was just like, well, why? And Ozzy is just flat out said, because I don't want my shit to sound like Black Label Society. Which
that is right. Fair. That is absolutely fair. That is
absolutely fair. Like,
it's like you run your course, now go do your own shit.
Yeah, go do your own shit. You obviously figured out what you want to do. Go fucking do that.
Zach never played one solo note for note. Ever from anybody ever in the history of playing with Ozzy, but that's what made Zach cool.
Yeah, Zach could play whatever the fuck he wanted, and everybody loved it. It doesn't matter.
Gus could play everything note for note, but we don't even remember. I don't even know what his last name is.
This guy's phenomenal, Gus. Google arrest.
And he was probably sitting at home. He's like, "How come I can't play? Why does Nuno get to play 12 songs and I don't get one? I was in the fucking band." My name's Gus. We don't know who you are, dude. I played in the band for 8 years.
I literally toured with this motherfucker. There's pictures. I have T-shirts and everything.
I was on a record, 3 records.
Oh,
God.
Cares. The fact that Jakey Lee even got invited on to that fucking tour is astounding.
The only reason he was there is Tom Morello.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I heard the story. He called up Jakey Lee, and Jakey Lee's, man, I just got shot. I'm not feeling well. There's no way. He goes, there's no way. I can't play anymore. I got arthritis in my hands. I physically can't play anymore. There's no way. And I don't feel like going over there. And I hate Sharon Osbourne. She hates me. There's no way. And Morello goes, all right, I'm going to call you back in a week.
I'll let you think about it.
He called him every week for 6 months.
Oh,
and he said,
Christ.
I'm not going to stop fucking calling you because you deserve as much attention as Ozzy had for this, and you have to fucking be there. And then he goes, then I called Nuno. I go, no, you call him now every day and bug him.
Now you call him.
So him and Nuno got together, and Nuno says, "Dude, I'll cover the solo for you if you can't play it or whatever, and then we'll play 2 songs."
Yeah.
So Nuno goes out.
You're literally 2 steps away from just air guitaring at this point. Just play what you can. Just show up. Like,
And then Nuno goes out. They play the first song, "Ultimate Sin" with Lizzie Hale.
mhm.
They both did the solos perfectly together. It was amazing watching Jake play again. He's just got that
Yeah.
swagger, that Japanese swagger. You know what I mean? And so then the guy from Disturbed comes out, and everybody's booing.
Yeah, that didn't surprise me. That didn't surprise me at all. Because even though Disturbed is popular, they are widely hated from the OG metalheads.
And Nuno was supposed to play with him again on that song, and he said, I went up and whispered to him, and he goes, "This is your time. I'm taking a break." So Nuno was so cool to leave the stage and gave the only guitar player on that supergroup to Jake himself, and he nailed it, which was awesome.
Yeah, a good send off for Ozzy as well as Jake. I'm glad that Jake did show up, even if he was a minute late.
You know, and Jake's a lot like me. He's up all goddamn night, walking around in Las Vegas. He was walking his dogs and came upon some guys that were breaking into a car, and those guys shot him.
Yeah.
So
he was just being a good Samaritan, minding his own business, and he got shot for it.
He said, "I didn't even care if they're. I don't care. I'm just waiting for my dog to take a shit. I don't care about crime or nothing." He's Jakey Lee, the most calm guy in the history of rock and roll.
Yeah, some fucking crackheads were like, "Oh fuck, witnesses," and shot him.
But then to wake up today and first when I saw that Ozzy was dead, I was like, "Yeah, whatever."
Mm-hmm.
Every day, some celebrity dies that isn't.
Yeah, it always happens, and especially with AI shit, there's always fake news reports and shit.
Yeah, Ozzy's solo career, and then the Osbournes. I mean, Jesus Christ, that show was ridiculously crazy.
That show was it was pretty much the only reality TV show that I actually watched, and it was one of those shows where I'm like, man, I don't even care if this shit is scripted. This is hilarious.
It was great. It really was great. Ozzy just a bumbling fool.
Yeah, absolutely. Ozzy doing anything is fucking hilarious. And still one of my favorites was it was Sharon and and their son, I think. They were just like in the living room, just watching TV or something, minding their own business. And then Ozzy comes in and he's wearing like a black t-shirt and pajamas. And he just comes out and he just goes, "Who in the fuck drank my beer?" And they're just like, they just look over at him like, "What?" And he's like, "I had a beer on my nightstand next to my bed. It was half empty. I was saving it for later, and it's empty. Who drank my beer?" And Sharon just stares at him and goes, "You did." And Ozzy just like, he starts to like open his mouth like he's going to say something, and then just goes like, and Sharon's just like, "Do you seriously not remember that you drank your own fucking beer?" Like,
I do that when sometimes I'll eat dinner and then like I'll get high and then I'll smoke out and then I'm like, man, I'm hungry now. And I'll go to get the food and it's like gone. And you're like, when the fuck did I eat that?
I do the same thing of that where I'm like, where I smoke, or no, I cook a pizza or something, and then I sit and I smoke, and then after I smoke for a while and I get high, it's like, oh man, pizza sounds real good right now. And I go to the freezer and I get another pizza, and I go over to the oven, like, oh fuck.
Oh god, I love how the things disintegrate too when you forget about them. I mean, they literally just turn into charcoal.
Yeah. It's You turn it. You just. Thankfully, I just live in the woods where you just hook that shit like it's a frisbee. Something will eat it.
Shark Tank invention $7.99.
I think that's right.
We got to invent something that gets the smell of food out of the house quicker when you burn shit. You know what I mean?
Actually, I
Like
do know
it
something.
lingers for hours. It lingers for hours when you cook a hamburger at home. It lingers. Sausage. If you're frying tortillas, the Mexicans they stink of that fried grease.
I know of one thing that you can use, but it's not exactly the most convenient method. Have you ever heard of an ozone machine?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you just go rent an ozone machine, but granted, you have to leave your house for like 4, 5, 6 hours to let the ozone machine do its thing. So yeah, doing that every time you cook, probably not the best idea.
Yeah, I had so much of that ozone shit in my lungs from when I was a kid, and we'd smoke pot in the car or at a hotel room, and you'd have a couple of squirts.
Wait. You would smoke with the ozone machine in the room?
Yeah.
How are you not dead?
I don't know.
What the actual fuck? How long were you in that room?
All day.
How are you not dead?
Well, it wasn't a machine. We had the spray can.
Oh, you sprayed. Okay, that makes a little more sense.
One spray, dude, would take your breath away in your bedroom. Just one spray.
Yeah. Ozone's no fucking joke. Although weirdly enough, it does kind of smell nice.
Smells great, and it's gotten me out of a lot of trouble over the years with weed. If you're a weed smoker and need to cover it up, I do now apparently. Holy shit! We'll save that for later.
yeah, maybe for a half hour later.
Oh God! But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think what else Ozzy did. His last thing that he did was with my buddy Billy Madison, who I play his song all the time. It's coming to this. That guy plays Billy Idol, and that was Ozzy's last song, "Crack Cocaine."
Yes.
And that song kicks ass. I mean, they straight up stole the riff from Zach and straight up did a '90s Ozzy song, but it was awesome.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, you can't, even with AI, you can't come up with a metal song without it generating something where you're just like, oh yeah, that sounds like Motley Crue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's tough out there. It's tough out there being a musician coming up. There's nothing new creative that you can do.
Yeah.
I mean, you've used the computer to the full max, and what else are you going to do on a computer other than just have it generate the whole song for you?
Well, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much what people are doing at this point. There are people that are like generating AI, like full-on AI-generated bands, and trying to make money off of that shit.
Yeah, there was the first million stream band that was all over the internet a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, and they tried to hide the fact that it was AI generated for the longest time, but then it got super popular. They was like, actually.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how a new song is going to be delivered to my ears anymore because I ain't searching anymore. I'm done. I'm done looking for good music because there's so much crap.
Yeah, you really do have to dig. You have to dig it. And yeah,
just the amount of crap I play on my shows. These new songs. It's 8 out of 10 of it's crap.
Absolutely.
But listening to MHH Johnny's Picks today, which you can get on Spotify and YouTube Music, everybody, which is a great listen.
Oh, yes.
Especially if you're, when you're done listening to your divorced dad playlist, which is the hot one right now. It's just great. It's got Creed and Limp Bizkit and every band I hate. But anyways.
Don't tempt me. I will make that a playlist.
But I think the worst song that I've ever played, that I've ever heard, is that fucking new Deep Purple song. That song is so bad it made me angry today when I was driving to the store.
It was I don't know, was it that one? It's either that one or that weird Tesla song where they're talking about like world peace and shit.
Oh wait, yeah, okay, okay. We got a tie. That Tesla
Yeah.
one was awful when they're in the woods.
Yeah. Yeah, they were doing that weird hippie shit. Yeah. Both of those songs were ones where I'm like, should I put this on the playlist? Like, but I mean, they are songs, like they are actual songs that exist. Someone likes them, I guess.
Yeah, it's weird that Ozzy's dead. It's weird
I
that all
know.
these guys are getting so old that they're dying and dropping like flies left and right because let's be honest. I mean, Paranoid's been on classic rock radio for 45 years.
Absolutely.
And you're like, you've been in this time zone where like no music has gotten into your ears. It's all been 60s and 70s rock for 40 straight years. When you're at work, or the only rock station in town just plays classic rock, and that's all you got.
It's actually nowadays it's getting to the point where 90s grunge era music is starting to get classified as classic rock now.
Well, they have to because the grunge guys now are 60.
Yeah, all those guys are fucking. Yeah, all of them are dead. The only thing we have left is Eddie Vedder, and that fucking sucks.
Yeah, out of the whole Seattle crew, every singer's dead.
Yeah,
except for that son of a bitch.
And Dave Grohl.
Evil Dave Grohl. That movie that Dave Grohl made wasn't so far off. I'm just going to leave that out there.
Yeah, I'm a Foo Fighters fan, but I didn't even bother watching that.
But I don't know. I mean, I got great memories of Ozzy. I went to, I think, first concert ever was an Ozzy Osbourne concert.
Nice.
Because my mom wanted to take me. I think I was 4 years old. 4 or 5. I don't remember anything about it, but my mom shows me pictures with my Ozzy shirt on. A 4-year-old dude with an Ozzy shirt on. Because that was it. He was done. It was the No More Tours tour. And my mom goes, I got to take my son to Ozzy. Because this is it. You never see him again.
Right. And also keep in mind, this is like the 3rd time he's announced his retirement.
This time, I think it's going to stick.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this one might stick. This might be legit.
I mean, they already put Ronnie James Dio out as a hologram. We're going to get an Ozzy hologram, right?
Oh, yeah, for sure. As long as Sharon Osbourne is still alive. And I'm pretty sure as long as his kids are still alive, there's going to be a hologram Ozzy making money until they're dead, their kids are dead, and all of their grandkids are dead. I'm sure they'll be fine.
We should put like a special prize up for the first person that guess how long it's going to take for Sharon to sell his catalog.
Well, I mean, look at what they did to Elvis, man. That's what they're going to do to Ozzy, but it's going to be in the 21st century, so it's going to be even fucking worse.
Yeah, they're printing up fucking T-shirts right now, like they're crazy.
Yeah. Well, you remember earlier when you were talking about your how your mom has that fucking that what was it, Nikki Sixx jukebox prison?
Yes.
Yeah, I bet you I'm betting money on this right now that Sharon Osbourne or the Ozzy estate or whatever, they're going to release something like that where it's going to be a jukebox that has every single Ozzy and Black Sabbath album, and it's gonna cost you like a fucking $1,000 or some shit.
Shark Tank idea 800.
Step 1, don't tell Sharon for as long as you can. Step
Why
2,
not?
When she finds out, I will sell it immediately.
Why not a cool statue of Ozzy? Like maybe the Bark at the Moon pose where he's like half werewolf, whatever.
Yeah, that'd be cool, but where? In fucking Birmingham, where he was from?
Just any Ozzy pose, like a real life Ozzy thing, but with all of the MP3 Ozzy catalog built into it. So you can go up and shake his hand, and it just plays everything. in high fidelity sound.
You know that there's going to be motherfuckers that are just going to run around the entire thing and hit every button at once.
Or how about just an Aussie head that sings along to the catalog?
What, just like a hologram of Ozzy's head?
No, just like them fish. Remember them fish used to glue up against the wall and the fish would move its head and start singing?
I've seen people actually combine that with AI, where they basically just use the talking fish as the vessel for the AI program to talk to you. I was like,
Yeah.
so yeah, you probably could do that with a sculpture of somebody's head.
Yeah, just have like an Aussie head that just in high fidelity sound that you can, Bluetooth to your real stereo. It's MP3 every song.
Every 3 dialogue interactions out of 10, he either says fuck or calls you a cunt.
Yes. Oh God. Yeah, rest in peace, Ozzy. I mean, I don't know anybody that has any really bad shit to say about you, and then really the only bad words about anybody is his fucking wife, not him.
Yeah, really, nobody really. I mean, I'm sure that there are some people that have a problem with Ozzy because he obviously had fucking issues, but most of it is fucking Sharon, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, like even Nikki Sixx said earlier today that Ozzy, his daughter was selling lemonade in their neighborhood, and Ozzy drove by and he goes, "Turn back around." How much? He goes, "I want all of the lemonade you got. I'm buying you out today." He got in his limo with he goes, "I want to buy the pitcher and everything." Gave her $200, got in his limo, grabbed the pitcher of lemonade. You can see him drinking it on the way out.
Nice.
I mean, the Prince of Darkness, we found out, wasn't that dark.
No, I mean, when he was younger, maybe when he was more of a pessimist and he was a little more dark, yeah. But I imagine at some point, probably when he got married and he had kids, he couldn't be the Prince of Darkness all the time. He had to crack eventually.
Exactly. The best, though, was when they were doing the Osborne show and they had the stage show up and they were blowing bubbles off the stage. And he goes, "Fucking bubbles! I'm the Prince of fucking Darkness!"
He was outraged. I do not perform the fucking bubbles. He was so mad.
And he did the same show for 40 years. He'd throw water on the crowd, clap like a seal.
Clap like a seal, yeah. Yeah, a seal that wants a fish.
And, I hate to bring this up, but 90% of the time they had another singer behind the stage singing, too. So.
Well, yeah, Ozzy's a fucking workhorse. You really are gonna give him shit for having a backup singer?
Ozzy used to do 4 nights back to back.
I used to is the key word.
Yeah, I mean when Sharon was really riding him hard in his 30s and 40s.
Yeah.
This guy's career never dipped.
No, it just kept going and going. At worst, it plateaued, but it just kept going.
They kind of in the AC/DC category. If Ozzy comes to town, it's going to sell out. It doesn't really matter if he's got a new record that's good or not.
Actually, do you know how Ozfest started?
Wasn't it because they wouldn't let him on Lollapalooza or some fucking crazy thing like that?
Yeah, it was like Lollapalooza 2 or 3 or something like that. Sharon wanted Ozzy on there, and they flat out told her that Ozzy's too old. Like, they thought that he was irrelevant and it wouldn't attract enough people. And so Sharon was like, "Oh, really? Okay."
So she set up a Larry David spite store, basically.
Yeah, she literally did the Larry David spite store thing, where she set up an even better fucking music show, and no one talks about Lollapalooza anymore, but everyone goes to Ozfest.
I mean, nobody realizes how dead heavy metal was before Ozfest.
Yeah, weirdly enough.
We were dealing with bands like Maroon 5 and I'm trying to think of the other just shit. Sum 41. it was just shit music. And then all of a sudden Ozfest came along and brought new metal, Korn, Limp Bizkit. I mean,
Well, yeah, that's it
I hate to admit it.
It introduced a new genre, a new generation of people to this genre of music, but also to the old generation of people to this new generation of metal, for better or for worse.
And I'm sorry. When new metal, I know new metal's not supposed to be cool, but when new metal comes on my car stereo, I tell you what, that Nuki song, I'm singing along. I ain't hitting fast forward. Break stuff. Corn, for fuck's sakes, unbelievable.
Yeah.
Now, do I listen to that shit every day? But it really ruined those gay alternative bands. Finally, just some cool guys playing heavy music. Finally, I don't care if you put some rap in it or whatever. It was just a revolution of music again,
Yeah.
thanks to Ozzy. Twice he did it. He invented it, and then he basically put the jumper cables on it and jump started it again in year 98. Was it 98, 2000, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, fucking insane craziness. And
bands,
still,
Slipknot, Tool. Nobody knew who Tool was playing on the third stage.
yeah.
Every heavy metal band that is huge is because of Ozfest. And there's no other way to put it.
Literally every band's dream is to perform at Ozfest and open for Ozzy Osbourne. That is literally the goal.
And it also saved Iron Maiden. It saved bands like Judas Priest.
Weirdly enough, yes.
I mean, Iron Maiden could barely even sell half of a theater until they went back to the Ozfest, and now Iron Maiden can sell out baseball stadiums.
Well, yeah, because Iron Maiden's fucking awesome.
So Ozzy really, really has a lot. It's a hard loss today. It really is hard. It's one of those that hits you.
Yeah, normally I'm not somebody who normally is like personally impacted when musicians or celebrities die, but Ozzy is just one that, like I said, literally every musician that I could possibly think of that I love and I respect as a musician, every single one of them will bring up Ozzy Osbourne or Black Sabbath at some point. They always do.
Yep.
And
I wish I could go back in a time machine and listen to Diary of Oz or Blizzard of Oz for the first time.
Oh, Blizzard of Oz, yeah. Yeah, when I can only imagine listening to that shit when it first came out and just having your mind explode in real time.
And it's like, Black Sabbath who? After that record was way better than anything he ever did in Black Sabbath. Well, maybe not. Never mind. Tony Iommi is a monster on that guitar.
He is. And Geezer Butler is no slouch on the bass either.
And that's the other reason I love Black Sabbath, being a new guitar player. The riffs are so fun to learn, and I sound like I know what I'm doing.
Right.
You get to tune down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can play everything with one finger.
Yeah.
It's just, I mean, Black Sabbath, that's the cool thing about Sabbath. Simple. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine who's a bass player who sent me this. He's not a big metal guy, but he does love music. But he did send me this meme at one point that got a good laugh out of me, where it was every Black Sabbath song, whereas the first half of a Black Sabbath song is like, it's just some dude in a dark cloak in black and white film grain in a cemetery. It's just like, oh, I'm surrounded by demons and Satan is laughing at me. It's like all this dark, spooky shit. And the second half of a Black Sabbath song is people literally dancing on a disco floor. Oh, fuck, they're grooving now. Yeah, that's basically every Black Sabbath song.
When I first heard Black Sabbath, I'm like, oh, it's a blues band. Cool. It's not very heavy metalish. Now I hear more similarities to the newer, heavier blues guys now to Black Sabbath than the metal bands.
Well,
Bruce, he had that swing, that kind of a blues swing on the drums. He was a jazz drummer. He wasn't a rock drummer. That's why Black Sabbath was so fucking weird.
yeah, that. But also something that I like to point out to people is that you are right. It's like when metalheads or people who are new to metal listen to Black Sabbath, they're like, they don't just seem like much of a metal group. I was like, well, yeah, but when you think about other rock bands that exist in that time, there was nothing like Black Sabbath. So when they came out, they were classified as a rock band because they didn't know what the fuck else to call them. Metal didn't exist as a
Nope.
concept when Black Sabbath started. You know what I mean?
They really were just a kind of a flower power band with a guitar player with his fingers that got chopped off, and he accidentally tuned his guitar down so he could play. He created.
Yeah.
It's like Satan took his fingers off of him, or God.
Whichever one. I'll have to ask it. Whichever one I end up at.
I'm trying to think what else. Yeah, I'm sad today. I did cry a little bit, and I don't know why. I don't know the man. He's not a part of my family, but he's really part of my life. He really is.
Yeah.
It's been there for a lot.
Yeah, not just for you, not just for me, but for my dad's generation, and maybe not my granddad. Yeah, my granddad was not a fan of the metal, but I'm sure that there are people in his generation that also enjoyed the music. You know what I mean? Like the fact that Ozzy had such a strong and consistent career for as long as he did is astounding. He did not falter. He didn't fall. Like I said earlier, he might have plateaued at some points, but he never had that crash and burn like musicians inevitably do 95% of the time.
Yeah, I mean, he was even introduced to Post Malone when they did that song a couple of years ago, and like
That
all of
song
a sudden,
fucking sucked.
it was terrible. But a whole generation of kids was like, "Who's that old guy? Let me go listen to some of his stuff."
Yeah. Although, yeah, and also in that same vein, because they did that song, I was like, this song fucking sucks. But then it forced me to look into Post Malone a little bit, and I will say, I'm not really a big fan of his music, but I do like him as a person. Like, weirdly enough, he actually is one of he's a very eclectic musician, weirdly enough. Like, he actually does know how to play guitar and bass, and he's like, he's partied with like fucking Willie Nelson and played guitar with him, and like he actually listens to like a wide variety of music, and I'm like, oh, this guy's actually smart, but why does he have all those stupid ass face tattoos?
Exactly. He posts on Howard Stern. He was on Howard Stern, and he goes, "Yeah, before we start, my dad just says he says he loves you. He wanted to say hi. He knows you real well." Howard Stern looks at him. He goes, "Have I ever met you, Dad?" And he goes, "No." And Howard just looked at him. He went in and fucked with Howard Stern on purpose to see if he could trip him up, and he did it. It was great. Yeah, my dad says, "What's up? He loves you. Hopes to see you again." Just look on his face. Do I know your dad? No, he's never met you. Oh, I love fucking with people like that.
Yeah, it was Norm. I guess Norm Macdonald would do that all the time whenever he would go on to late night talk shows. I think it was David Letterman that said this, or he said that usually when they have a guest on the show, they give them like a clipboard with a piece of paper that has some like, just fill it out with some like topics that you might want to bring up on the show.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, did you go on vacation? Any weird stories?
Right, exactly. Yeah, he's like, just write down some things that you might want to pinpoint and what you want to talk about specifically. And so he said that any time that he had Norm on the show, they eventually just opted to never give him that form anyway, because it would always devolve into Norm filling out the form, and they go to shoot, and David Letterman would go like, "So Norm, I heard that you just adopted a cat recently," and Norm would go, "I don't know what a cat."
I don't even like cats.
I don't like cats. So they'd have to reshoot.
Oh. Norm Macdonald's the only guy who would ever just tank a whole performance just for the goof. He was the original, the goof guy. For a goof.
Yeah, just because he thought it was funny. That's all that matters.
The greatest Norm Macdonald story of all time is when he got kicked out of Iowa.
Oh yeah, that's a fucking good one. That's a classic.
The best thing is he goes, my act's not even dirty. Well, why are you coming up and telling me this before I go on? I really don't do a dirty act. But now I do.
Yeah, evidently I need to be crucified if I'm ever seen in Iowa.
So, what do you think? How do you decide which one takes the cock in the ass? That was his first joke. If you're a gay guy,
would you rather be the ass guy or the dick guy? Because it's got to be the dick guy, right? Because why would you want to be the ass guy?
I've never understood. I've never understood the wanting to be the ass guy. It just, I don't know.
No, me neither.
I mean, I've had a couple of things accidentally go in there, and it doesn't. It's not a pros. It doesn't bring pleasure to me. But different strokes, I guess.
I've never had anything accidentally go inside there, and I really have no want or desire to.
So that was our hour tribute to Ozzy. Anything else before we move on? And I'm really kind of sad tonight, and I just wanted to just say our piece, and my final thought, I guess, before I hand it to you and you wrap up your final thought on this is
okay.
I really have had a hard time finding guys that say anything bad about him. He was a good fucking dude.
Yeah, really the worst I've heard people say is just like, oh yeah, I have a story of Ozzy when he was fucking crazy.
Yeah, well, I've been fucked up and crazy too, quite a few times.
Exactly.
But he only tried to kill his wife once. And,
which is admirable.
If I lived with Sharon Osbourne, I'd probably be warned once, I'll tell you that.
That's what I'm saying.
When it's all said and done, if I would have asked you in 1980, who would you want to raise your kids, help you out? Bill Cosby, the American's dad, or Ozzy Osbourne? Believe it or not, this crazy man was actually a good father. He really was.
Weirdly enough.
He died with all of his grandchildren on his lap. He got to see his grandchildren be born, got to see his daughter be proposed to. That's the way to go out, right? We love you, Ozzy, and rest in peace, my friend. And, you're not, everybody's putting these pictures of Ozzy in heaven, but do we forget he is the Prince of Darkness? Is he not take Satan's seat now?
Well, if we're talking about Christian heaven, then they say that nobody is beyond redemption. So maybe in his dying moments, maybe.
I'm just hoping he gets sent downstairs so he can become a new show producer here.
You can make a good claim with our boss and say, hey, do you think that we can maybe snag him for an episode or two?
But that's all I have to say. Ozzy, love you, brother, and I'm very saddened. And you could close this up on him, and we'll move to we'll just leave the earth after this.
Matter of fact, we're ending the show now. The show dies with Ozzy.
We can't go on anymore.
Yeah, we're too heartbroken over Ozzy's death. We end the show over the originator of Sweet Leaf. But I guess the only thing that I'll have to add is that I can only imagine what will happen in this massive vacuum of Ozzy's death because of, like I mentioned earlier, of like what they did to Elvis when he fucking died. but Elvis died in his like 50s or some shit, and this was in the 20th century. We're in the 21st century with AI and shit, and people are already coming up with bullshit ass interviews using AI and Ozzy's voice. So I'm kind of interested to see how things play out and really what will happen in this moment of this era of music where people realize that this giant is actually fucking dead. Like, what will happen in the wake of this, you know?
It's tough, you know, and you get scared for guys like McCartney and Jagger, and seeing these guys
How the fuck are
die.
they still alive?
I don't know. They're on some rich guy serum or something. I don't know.
That is true. Yeah, they got rich British people money.
But yeah, the future of classic rock is Eddie Vedder. Eddie Vedder is the new Ozzy Osbourne.
God help us all.
Oh boy.
Well,
So you
I guess
know,
one
if
other
you guys,
thing.
oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Well, I guess just one other thing I'd like to ask you is, since we have this opportunity as an excuse, do you have any Ozzy or Black Sabbath songs that you want to throw onto Johnny's picks?
Oh yeah, I'm going to be doing a whole show tomorrow night on Ozzy.
Excellent.
Be playing a lot of music, and I was debating on not even doing the YouTube show tonight. I'm like, well, we can't leave pause in a lurch, and then he didn't show up. So, you know, my instincts are always right to begin with from here on out.
Hey man, the show must go on. Even though we are saddened that we lost an icon, the show must go on.
It must go on, and I'm just in the mood to get in a goddamn spaceship. And if you are ready to leave the world on Monday nights, you should join us over on Twitch, over on Marco's channel
at Marco V193.
Because I mean, the hilarity, the timing, the comedic timing is unheard of. You get to leave the world, you get to block everything else out. You don't have to see any more Coldplay memes. You don't have to listen to old middle-aged men argue about the same stuff over and over again. You don't have to listen to sports. We all know sports is fixed. We all know the comic books are played. You got to come over Monday night and hang out with us over here because, I mean, the hilarity, it just doesn't stop.
I still need time. You'll have my answer soon, I promise.
I look forward to it.
Counselor Fuckface.
Newman.
I got you.
Hello, Newman.
The fucking timing on that was perfect.
Fucking Professor Fuckface. Oh, I'm telling you, this is better than watching a movie. Why? This is better than a Netflix series every Monday night. You guys got to come check this out. I mean, it's out to look fun.
Yeah, especially if you are a fan of the Mass Effect series. It's me doing everything, but having Johnny make all the crucial decisions. So you can only imagine how badly things are going to turn. And we just started the beginning of the final game in the trilogy, so things are going to get interesting.
Yeah, especially with Professor Fuckface.
Oh yeah, you have no idea what's in store for him. It's going to be good.
I mean, it's so much fun. Here's another clip from last night's episode. You guys got to check this out. Because we're going to go full Richard Gere with it, right? Oh, no, not this
It's your
clip.
space hamster.
You know where that's going.
That depends. What do you mean by Richard Gere?
Oh, there was a report back in the day that he had to go to the hospital because he had a hamster shoved up his ass.
So
this is what happens
does that
when
to do
there
with the
isn't
name of the
gunplay
hamster
going on the
Dick?
stream. We have to fill the time with something.
No, I'm just wanting to shove it up my ass.
I'm afraid that's not a thing in this game, but anything is possible with mods.
Well, maybe we should get some downloadable, what do you call that?
I'm not sure.
Downloadable content?
Yeah, downloadable content. Yeah, $10. Shove the space hamster up your ass.
I would pay $10 to see that.
I'm sure you're not alone on that one, and that makes me sad.
Fucking Garrus is dumping the hamster in the loo. Yeah, you guys got to check that out on Monday nights over the Twitch channel. It's live. You got to be there. I'm telling you. And we
It's a
fight all
good time.
kinds of stuff. Jelly aliens, and we got robot dogs, and we got all kinds of cool shit. Hot chicks.
Yes, and we're picking up more hot chicks as the story progresses. Don't you worry.
And if you guys are into Taya Valkyrie, you should probably check it out.
Yeah, you would not shut up about Jack's makeover.
Oh yeah, Jack created some Jacks later on that night.
Yeah, you're not alone. Welcome to the club.
So it is a weed show. It is Two Stone. Tonight I am back to smoking some weed. I got the perp, baby. The grape ape, Kush.
Good shit. Good shit.
Rolled up in a cone. I'm enrolling my own cones. Sparking, smoking, token,
Joking.
And
choking.
I'm convinced now that your environment can change you as a human being. Because
I'm pretty sure that was already well established, but you go on.
Right now, I have converted in 3 short weeks from a sophisticated. Well, let's not get that bad. Okay, hold on.
Not quite civilized, but you've become a modern man of society.
Yes, I clean myself daily. I have sleeves on all my shirts. All right. So in 3 weeks, I've just developed into full-on Jerry Springer white trash. That's exactly what I am right now. I
gained 50 pounds last night. It's horrible.
I am full-on white trash.
Welcome
3 weeks.
to the club.
3 weeks. Now, I mean,
you're mixed, so you had to pick a side eventually, right?
I did, right? So I got to go to Walmart tomorrow and get some scissors so I can cut the sleeves off my shirt. Because now I'm just a full-on cops episode where I live. I'm full Jerry Springer white trash.
You either need to cut off the sleeves, or you just need to go to like Walmart or Costco and just get bulk wife beaters. Just wear nothing but wife beaters, drink PBRs, and what else? I would say go get some guns, but you can't.
I can't stop drinking this Miller beer. It's so delicious. It's better. I'm drinking these Miller beers like they're Coca-Colas.
That might be why you're becoming more white trash.
I think there's a chemical in Miller beer that turns you into white trash.
Yeah, it's called alcohol.
No, but I mean, when I drink other beer, I've never turned into white trash. But when I drink Miller beer out of a glass bottle, all of a sudden the sleeves come off. I'm thinking about tattoos now. Tattoos.
You start looking at your arms like, man, this is kind of bare.
You know what I was thinking about the other night? I was drinking. I was looking at my arm. I go, you know what would look cool?
Huh?
A Miller beer bottle tattooed on my forearm. That's not going to look cool. That's not going to get you laid in Las Vegas.
No. I did see one white trash tattoo that even I had to admit was fucking great. It was you know how like on what am I thinking of? Like Lee's denim jeans. You know how they have that like leather patch on the band, like above your right ass cheek that says Lee's on like a leather strap.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I met a dude who had that tattooed on that spot on his body.
What?
Like he had the leather Lee's patch. Like, he had that tattooed on the spot where that would be on the pants.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm like, dude, that is it was one of those things where like the women saw it and they were like, that's fucking stupid, but all the men went, that's fucking hilarious.
Country western listener?
Oh, I was in Texas, so yeah.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Fucking country. That country western makes you. That's a special kind of white trash. I'm heavy metal white trash.
Yeah, me too, man. Heavy metal white trash. Although I was raised by heavy metal white trash who was raised by country white trash, so I'm a little of both.
But yeah, I full WT, full pull. I want to go to truck pulls now. Earlier today, I decided to go to a monster truck rally. Wink, wink. And my mom's car got fucked up by a crazy woman, and then today I got fucked up by a monster truck wheel.
That shit is flying. Oh man. Yeah, one more time.
I'd be the guy in that car right now, either having sex or smoking a joint.
Just crushed.
Just crush him. Crush him. Come on, open up the thing, dude. There you go.
I'm honestly surprised that hasn't happened more.
Yeah, monster truck rallies. There's been a lot of deaths over the years, believe it or not.
Somehow building giant ass monster trucks and having them do backflips and shit is not the smartest idea.
No, I mean you just got one guy that had too many beers and forgot to tighten a lug nut. Next thing you know, you wipe out the whole parking lot.
Yeah, you're playing fucking dominoes with the parking lot, just crushing every fucking. You're doing skipping stones with your own goddamn tire.
So, I am currently in my basement now, smoking weed with a doob tube.
Good old doob tube.
I have to keep the smell. I can't even. If the police drive by and smell it, they'll come get me again.
Well, did you forget about the toilet paper trick I told you?
No, yeah, I've done that.
Oh,
I've done that. I went to the smoke shop and I got this the ashtray that sucks the smoke.
Yeah, that's good.
From the joint, you just put the ashtray up to your mouth while it suck it, turn it up, suck it. Yeah, I mean, I am paranoid.
Well,
So
yeah, you kind of have to be in the situation that you're in. You have to drink Miller Lite just to get through the day.
no, Miller Heavy. Only pussies drink Miller Lite.
Let's not get crazy here.
Yeah, ain't that Wisconsin-y?
Listen, I just look like a wife beater. I don't actually beat my wife.
Okay, so I've been in California and Las Vegas for about 15 years, where marijuana is legal, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
Never once did I smoke marijuana and get paranoid. Never once. Not one time.
Mm-hmm.
Now here, thinking that marijuana is still legal everywhere, it's illegal as hell here.
Yes.
It is crazy how illegal marijuana is in Wisconsin.
Yes, I've heard many stories.
Especially when you have a record like Johnny Cush. I have 18 drug, 17 of them for marijuana. So I've been around the block when it comes to getting arrested for weed. And that's why I was paranoid. I'm not paranoid because the drug makes me paranoid. I'm paranoid because I think the police are coming to get me. And they did.
Multiple times.
Now, I'm going to tell you this story right now, and this might end our relationship. Because I am white trash, and I've done something that I probably did need to go to jail for.
Are you sure this is something you want to confess on this show?
Why not? You know, why not? No, you know what? To hell with it.
All
I
right.
was seeing
Let it
I
rip.
was seeing a girl I didn't want to see. I was trying to get rid of her. I thought she had went home for the night. But she decided that she was going to come and surprise me with a special outfit later on. But my aunt came over, and we smoked some weed, drank some beers, and cried about my dead uncle.
Right.
And I had sex with her. And as I was having sex with her on the couch, the other woman opened the door and walked in on me. Lost her shit. And my mom has these landscaping bricks out in front of the house. You know what I mean? Where you put your flower bed in.
Right. Was she doing landscaping on the house?
No, I mean it's there. It's the landscaping, but it's like loose kind of bricks. You can kind of pick up. It's kind of flat, but a long brick.
Gotcha.
Like
Okay. Yeah.
red.
Yeah.
So she's screaming and hollering and take it. And she's screaming, "That's your aunt!" I'm like, "Well, it's not my. It's my step aunt. This is not it's not blood." She's.
I mean technically that is better, but still.
She's 29 years old. It's not like she was an old lady either. We were just hanging out. One thing led to another. She was only married to my uncle for 6 months before he passed away. So it wasn't like my aunt, you know what I mean? I really like I said, this Miller beer, Wisconsin, I'm 1000% Jerry Springer white trash.
You can't, but okay, maybe you can blame the Miller beer. Go on.
So the neighbors hear this woman screeching, "What's wrong with me?" And I just wanted to scream out, "You weigh 300 pounds." But I was being nice, telling her to settle down. And I'm sorry, I had too much to drink. And, I'm going through trauma.
Yeah, that
I got
always works.
I got somebody's half dead. I got stress. And then she didn't buy it. The cops show up. She all of a sudden just calms right the fuck down.
Of course.
1000%. I don't know what's going on. He's the one that threw the bricks, and I'm like, we got the Ring camera, so we'll show. You're on film.
I threw the bricks into my own car in my own fit of rage.
Yeah, I want to destroy my mother's Jeep Cherokee. Oh God. And so I'm sitting there, and he's like, "What happened?" I'm like, "Well, she caught me, and it was a whole thing, and I didn't hit her." That's the first thing I said. I didn't hit no one. I turned into a fucking cop's white trash Johnny. I hit nobody.
I didn't do shit. I was just minding my own business, and then this bitch walked in.
And by the way, I was wearing a Guns N' Roses shirt, but in a Jack Daniels style font. It's okay.
Really selling it.
Yeah, the ponytail and the. Oh God, I'm telling you, I got to get out of this place. So the cop goes, "Is that marijuana in there?" I'm like, No, it's incense. And he goes up to the door and he looks in. He goes, "Well, what's that on the table?" I go, "I don't know. It looks like you need a warrant." He goes, "No, it's in plain sight, dumbass."
Yeah.
And he goes, "All right." Grab my license, goes back to the car, and then he comes back. He goes, "You need to turn around." I'm like, "Oh fuck!" Took me downtown for weed smoking. Now you don't think I'm going to have a rant on the marijuana happy hour on Thursday? You're crazy.
I thought you were saving it for this show, to be honest.
But I went to jail.
How long?
It was Saturday night. It was about 12:30 at night. And then I got out Monday morning at 8 a.m.
They just threw you in jail for 2 days for weed?
Yeah. Well, because you can't bond out until a judge sees your case. And there's the judges are off on Saturdays and Sundays.
Ah, okay.
The most normal big cities, you go in, they give you your bond as soon as you put your fingerprints on the paper. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly, yes.
And I didn't care. I'm like, oh, I got extra weed downstairs they didn't find, so I'm cool. I'm like, they'll take me down, they'll take my picture, and they'll send me on my way.
I'm sorry, officer. How much weed did you find? Damn, you took all of it. What will I do now?
Yeah,
I'm
ooh, boy.
ruined.
That sucks. You took all of my weed.
Yes, literally all of it.
And by the way, I got charged for paraphernalia for the cones.
The cones?
Rolling papers, basically, is in Wisconsin is drug paraphernalia. And since I had a whole pack of them, I got 4 charges of drug paraphernalia because there was 4 cones in that pack.
Bitch, I could be smoking your mother's ashes with these. What is it to you?
Exactly. I could be putting tobacco in them.
Right.
Cloves. And then I told them it was THCA and it was still legal and all that shit. And then we're going to be testing it as soon as we get down there. I'm like, okay, whatever. It turned orange. Well, okay, well, jerk off. You got my weed. Can I go home now? And they're like, you're not going home. They had to get naked again. 100% naked. I had to pull my ass open and cough while a guy had a flashlight looking straight up my asshole. That was fun.
Did it take you back?
Had to lift the sack, had to lift the rod.
All that stuff.
Yep. And that smell, that stupid orange fucking jumpsuit with these have black stripes on them too, so it's really look like Garfield.
just to really sell it that you are an inmate.
And then, like, if there's any crazy people in it, I'm just gonna go, I'm a tiger. Arr, stay away. Yeah, and I was there. I had to wear sandals. They gave you slides.
Weird choice, but okay.
Yeah, I got some slides. The guys that are there for a while, they upgraded the Crocs, and then if you're real OG, you get the sneaks. But so I'm like, well, I'm getting out Monday morning. I know for sure. And by the way, they ROR'd me. But I got 6 marijuana charges now. I have to go to court in October. I am never coming back here. I'm just skipping town and never coming back. I'm going to jail for this. This is stupid.
So you're planning on just bailing so that you don't have to serve your court sentence?
Or wait, we're podcasting. No, I'm going to stay here and wait for my court date. I ain't even going to leave town.
Yes, I am going to leave town as soon as my court date is over.
I've read my ROR and I'm going to apply every rule on there. No smoking of marijuana, no drinking.
I have never heard of the show Marijuana Happy Hour in my life. In fact, I will go as far as to say you made that up.
So yes, so if that's out of context, people, I committed incense, broke the law 6 times, went to jail for a day and a half, and I have a tummy ache because of the food there. I think I got food poisoning.
Well, you can't imagine that a Wisconsin prison has fucking a 5-star chef. They got to be serving you shit that they wouldn't even feed your dog.
I mean, can you keep us alive until the court date at least?
Can Jesus. You feed us something?
Can we get a better meal until we're proven, guilty?
What did they feed you?
Okay, so for breakfast you get an egg, hard-boiled, of course.
Okay.
A piece of stale toast. You get some what else? What else was there? Oh, and then orange drink and milk. Oh, and some one day's Cheerios.
Okay, well, that's not an ideal breakfast, but it's something.
No, and then lunch you get these horrible. I don't even know what meat it was. I didn't even ask. Sandwiches, milk and grape juice with apples. sliced apples that were rancid.
Yeah, I might pass on the mystery meat sandwich.
And for dinner, you get a dinner roll. You get some baked beans and some chopped up hot dogs. Wash it down with some more. Wait for it. Grape drink.
Goody.
So I wasn't
So-
even there. I mean, you got to be there for. It takes a week for your commissary to even start. So I couldn't, go to the vending machine and get a Coke like I wanted. Couldn't have a smoke, no weed. And it actually wasn't that bad. I was surprised.
Really?
I just maybe because I was so hungover.
You just took it as a bit of a vacation. You're just like, oh, I can relax.
My lungs are like, yeah, thank God. Because usually when you get up after a hangover, you smoke like 8 packs of cigarettes.
So, bit of a blessing in disguise, I guess. Maybe
And the
not.
great pause for you. I'm glad he came in now and didn't hear about me having sex with my aunt.
And he brought it up anyway.
And so, yeah, that was not good. That was not a good thing. So they're still putting people in jail for small amounts of marijuana, and that's me.
Yeah, well, how else are they going to get their weed?
Now, if it was just a guy who's never been arrested for weed ever again, they would have just wrote me a ticket and said, see you later,
Don't do it
buddy.
again.
Yeah. You can't be smoking weed in your own house when your closest neighbor is a half acre away. But anyways, I don't know. Let's keep it to the basement and blow it into this tube.
Yeah, you have to blow it into a tube like a goddamn animal.
So it was basically just a day and a half trying not to vomit.
In a prison.
It wasn't really a prison. It was a jail, and there was 7 dudes in there. And I don't know. So they're all Mexican guys that spoke Spanish. So I didn't know what the fuck they were even talking about.
So, okay, so you were just chilling.
Mm-hmm. I know I'm getting out Monday. I mean, they're not gonna throw me in prison for this weed. It's ridiculous.
Well, apparently, if what happens in October doesn't go through in your favor, then yeah, they might.
Yeah, and if the chicks, if Carla's brother wasn't a county sheriff there, I wouldn't have went to jail. It goes really deep. Small town fuckery, bro. It's not good.
Yeah, and you're in Wisconsin, which means you are surrounded by nothing but small towns.
Man, when you mess around with women in a small town, you get a lot of problems.
Yeah, I can only imagine because everybody and their mother will hear about it.
I mean, yeah, if you knew what my aunt looked like, though, you'd understand.
Okay, but the difference is she isn't my aunt.
She technically isn't my aunt anymore either because my uncle's dead.
Again, technically you are right, but that doesn't make it any less weird. But wait, how old did you say that she was?
She's 29.
She's 20. Wait. Okay, that obviously there's obviously an age gap there with her and your uncle, but still, it's like, yeah, this is a very odd situation for sure.
Well, he met her at the strip club. She was a stripper before. I mean,
You don't say.
The white trash that I am going into it just gets deeper and deeper. This isn't even a trash can anymore. This is a straight up dumpster fire.
Everywhere I go, it just keeps getting deeper.
I'm turning into white dumpster. That's like one below white trash. Dumpster white trash.
Eventually, you'll wake up and you'll find that your hair is slowly turning blonde.
So, yeah, my uncle's wife died. And I wouldn't, of course, I wouldn't have sex with sweet Betty. Rest in peace. She was a sweet lady. And she was 60 years old. You know what I mean? My uncle was 60.
Right.
And he would go to the strip club every day, and he met this stripper. He fell in love, and he had enough money to keep her happy.
I'm good for him, I guess.
And now she owns and runs a junkyard. 29-year-old stripper.
I mean, it beats stripping, right?
Who loves to party.
At the junkyard.
No, at Cush's place. Mama Cush's.
Evidently, yeah.
Oh, my poor mom. She knew what I did on her couch. Anyways.
She'll figure it out.
And, it just all goes back to Marco and fucking Marco's voice in the back of your head. He's like, don't drink and don't fuck around with chicks, or you're going to have a lot of problems. Well, it ended me up in jail again. Again.
Yeah. Literally every one of your problems that you have ever told me about, it always begins with a woman or drinking. Every single time.
It's the sex drive after the drinking is the problem. It's like an addiction. The second a beer bottle hits my mouth, I have to come. And I can't do it myself.
I'm sure that there are machines that you can get for that.
I was listening to Jason Ellis the other day. He is this pro skateboarder.
Yeah, sounds familiar.
And he kind of has the same problem I did, but he got really, really bad into it because he added the stuff that makes you go fast drug to the alcohol and the weed. And he said, I would have to get up and have 7 comes a day. A day.
Oh, God. That sounds like hell.
And he goes, and it got to the point where it's just like, you know what? I run out of women to fuck. I might as well just start fucking dudes. And he started banging dudes on his OnlyFans.
Ugh. God. Why? That sounds horrible. Why?
And then he decided to stop doing drugs and alcohol. And now he's got a fiance, a woman. And they're like, aren't you gay anymore? And he goes, when I stopped drinking, didn't need to come. I'm like, oh my God. If it gets that bad, I got to stop.
He's just like me, for real.
But that's why I live in Las Vegas.
Yeah, because in Vegas, the women come to you.
Yeah, for free, or sometimes, you help girls get through college.
Yeah, you can help them get through college just for another month.
So you don't have that option in Appleton.
No. I can't. I imagine that your pickings are very slim, and the pickings that are there are also secretly taken. Yeah,
I mean, literally a dream turned into the worst nightmare of my life.
Isn't that usually how it goes?
Yeah, these women, I get drunk and I sweet talk these ladies, and they believe it. I'm like, I can't believe you believe this shit. I am being sarcastic and I'm joking. I'm not being real. No, I don't want to go to your kid's baseball game in the morning. But if it's going to make me get lit, oh yeah, I'd love to go tomorrow. When are you going to pick me up?
Oh yeah, for sure. I'll definitely be there. Cut to Johnny falling asleep and just not getting up after missing 8 phone calls. It's like, oh yeah, I'm on my way. I'm home. I've been home for like 3 hours. Oh, well, I guess I'm going back to sleep.
I'm very unreliable. I'm a very unreliable man.
You are reliably unreliable.
Yes. I saw Red Bar today.
You saw him walking down the street and you shook his head?
No, on my algorithm, and I clicked on it again, and he took my philosophy.
Which one?
The one goes, you go on air when you want to. When you're feeling it, when you have a passion to do it, when you want to, push your art out, when you got the vibe and you got your creative and your juices are flowing, that's when you want to do a show.
when you're not arrested.
Yeah, you're not arrested, or whatever. You want to put the best show out. But then when you schedule a show every day at a certain time, and you
It
have to
becomes a
go on in
job.
that time, and you have to do this show, the show suffers because you're not passionately ready to do the show yet.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah, you do that, but I mean, really, the only thing that we do that I would say is at a schedule is this show or the show that we do on my Twitch channel. But even then, we've never done like a hard set. Like, yes, we start at 10, and if you're late, fuck you, we're starting. It's always been like, yeah, 10 ish. Yeah, like some proximity of 10 o'clock will be there. But that's how it's got to be, man. I understand that people are creatures in habit. You got to have a schedule sometimes. But when you do have a schedule, it just does kind of become a job at some point where you're just forcing yourself to do it. And then you look at it and you realize, man, what the fuck am I even doing right now?
Yeah, I'm like, people's like, well, you should do a show at 5, 6 o'clock at night so everybody will listen to it. And I'm like, that'd be a lot smarter, wouldn't it? I'm like, well, yeah, it would. The shows are going to suck because I'm very boring at 5 and 6 o'clock at night. I'm a boring guy that just sits there and stares at a YouTube channel for a while.
Yeah, the marijuana happy hour will not be nearly as entertaining if Johnny has literally woken up an hour before and he's smoking his first bowl, drinking coffee, and watching YouTube.
I mean, if I was smart, this show would go on every day at 4:20 p.m.
Exactly.
But I'm not.
Johnny can't even get committed to wake up at 4 p.m. to do a marijuana show at 4:20. That's how lazy he is.
Yeah, I really am. So, it's an art form, I guess. You know what I mean? I don't know. What I like to do is I'd rather just record the best show possible and have people listen to it later than having people listen to a terrible show.
Yeah, do the best you can. And if it works, great. If not, oh well, fuck it. Next one.
I can't see doing this at 2:20 Pacific time with you. This shit would suck.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would have to carry so much of the goddamn weight. I can see it in my head. Where it would literally me doing all the energy, carrying all of the show, doing all the subjects, and halfway through the show it would be you either snoring or just being like,
yeah, I see what you're saying. Good point.
I totally agree. Johnny, I asked you what your favorite color was. Yep.
Yeah, they took it from me.
They took my favorite color from me.
When I was doing that hard time this weekend, they took my soul.
They asked me what my favorite color was, and they showed it to me, and then they burned it alive in front of me. I'm a broken man.
Oh, breaking hearts. Breaking the law. That's me. I'm an outlaw. I feel like a badass. You know what I mean?
You are the turbo lover.
That's what I thought. When I was in jail, I was thinking I was this guy, this cool guy that walks away from exploding trucks. You know what I mean?
This guy right here.
But I kind of realized I'm slowly turning into Andy Dick, and it's not funny.
I don't know if I would say that you're slowly turning into Andy Dick, but I can see why you would think that.
I mean, on paper, it looks really bad.
What do you mean, man? We're making progress. We're actually making progress. People are following us on Rumble somehow, and we got 6 people watching us right now, which I know that doesn't sound a lot, but when we started this, when it was literally just pause watching us,
Oh, I'm not talking about the show. I'm just talking about my life in general.
Oh, that's a totally different subject. Please, I will hush myself.
No, I'm kidding. It's just on paper, it's a disaster. I'm a drug. I'm a drug possessor of paraphernalia, drugs, inbreeding, and domestic violence. And that was just on Saturday.
Congratulations on being christened into white trashiness.
Yeah,
You-
fully
you-
white trash. You know,
Yeah.
I got the white trash story, the sad story to tell everybody what's going on. Also in my life, you know, to add
You got the
on,
police record to prove it.
I got police records and broken windshields. Had a guy with the safe light repair, safe light replaced today. He was out. You know, this penis has got more windshields, more stabbed tires, more vehicle vandalism. This penis has caused more damage to my car than road hazard materials.
Don't blame your penis for the damage you caused to yourself.
Yeah, you know, I was doing good in Vegas. You know, the drinking was down, the whoring was down.
Because drinks were like fucking 3 times as expensive as they are in Wisconsin.
Yeah, yeah. By the way, yeah, at the bar, a beer is $4. $4.
Yeah, fuck, dude. $4 a beer. Shit, I'd be an overweight football watching maniac too if beers were $4 a pop.
Unbelievable. Packer fever is hit.
Oh yeah, it's getting close, man. Football season's getting close.
47 days away. The Bears and Vikings, they play.
Have you ever looked into the Australian Football League?
You know, kinda.
It's not like American football at all.
That's the wrong. That was the wrong thing. Sorry.
It's not like American football at all. The rules are very fucking bizarre. But there are some highlights that I've seen of the AFL where like motherfuckers are literally like on a dude's shoulders to grab the ball, and then they grab the ball. The dude on the ground gets tackled, and the dude with the ball just literally backflips and falls on his neck. And I'm like, that dude's dead. Like he's super fucking dead, right? He's like, nope, he's fine. Keep going.
Yeah, I mean, those guys are literally punching each other in the face.
Yeah. They're literally fighting each other. It's like the craziest form of rugby I have ever seen. But they also play rugby. Which, why are you playing this if you have rugby?
Yeah, it's one of those things back a few years ago when you used to have like cable, you know,
Good old
which I don't.
cable.
You know, on Saturday afternoon, you'd be smoking a joint, and you're like, "Hey, what's this weird sport? Oh, this is kind of cool."
Yeah.
And you'd watch it, and you're like, "Yeah, this is insane," and then you'd never watch it again.
Yeah. You say, whoa, there's a sport called cricket? Weird. Then you watch a game and you're just like, well, this is gay.
It's amazing how much my lifestyle's changed since broadcast TV has exited my life.
Right?
You know, I don't know what's going on in the news. I don't, I don't watch the local news anymore. I don't watch TV at all.
No, what's the point? It's all TV is at this point is just a poor imitation of the internet. It's basically fighting to not be considered obsolete at this point.
Yeah, and I'm turning into a diva bitch. I want my shit. I want it now, and I want no fucking commercials. All right? How much is it? $14 a month. Oh, that's too much. Whoa.
Yeah. That shit should be inherent.
Whoa. What are you, robber barons over there?
What are you, a multi-billion-dollar company or something?
Like, you used to spend $322 a month on satellites.
Yeah, there are motherfuckers that would literally pay for satellite television just to get rid of ads. And then they added ads.
Yes. I remember I would spend over $300 a month for cable TV.
Yeah, But then they squeeze the ads in by going like, oh no, they're not commercials. They're just little pop-ups.
Yep.
They show up on the menu.
I just can't sit and wait or be home at a certain time to watch a TV show like back in the day.
Which is weird because we used to do that all the time.
Yeah, I mean, it's Thursday. What was it? Tuesdays or Thursdays? South Park. 11 guys, 11 bongs. Everybody shuts the fuck up. We're watching South Park. You only talk when it's funny.
Right? Yeah, when Kenny dies or something explodes, everyone shut up.
And save the Cartman impressions for after the show. Butt fuck.
God damn it.
But yeah, I mean, that community's gone. You know, that sets the getting together with the buddies, you know, playing PlayStation, that's kind of gone.
No, it's all devolved into like what we do on Twitch now. It's about streaming and playing multiplayer games over Discord and shit now. The couch co-op scene is pretty much dead.
I mean, this town, it's weird being in Las Vegas, where the town is hopping every night, 24/7. Right. But this town's done at 8 p.m. The pizza places close at 9 p.m.
Oh 9 God, p.m. I can only imagine living in an area where pizza places close at 9 p.m.
You know, there's a couple of shit places, but they almost killed me. But there's
you're not even going to dignify them by saying their name.
No, and then there's one gas station open, and it's like the closest one to me is like 2 miles away.
I mean, it's not a terrible drive, but it's still a drive.
Yeah, but I got Millers, and the local police force don't like me, and I'm running low on smokes. So, I'll be walking tonight.
You really think that'll stop them?
No. I'd call an Uber, but you can't even get an Uber after 10 p.m. here. Like there's one guy that Ubers after 9 p.m. here in town.
Yeah, but that dude's making a killing.
Oh, that dude, yeah, that reminds me of talking to South Park. Reminds me of all the guys that are going to be rich in the future. All the handymen.
Oh yeah,
because people can't fix shit anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like Idiocracy. I don't mean to be elitist or rude, but the people around here just don't make a lot of sense to me. Maybe I'm, do you ever think that maybe you're just super retarded and everybody's super nice around you? Or I'm the most smartest man on the planet. I can't figure out which one it is. I don't think I think it's just because you're used to being surrounded by people because you've lived in California and Vegas most of your life. You've grown accustomed to being surrounded by different people who have walked all different sorts of lives. They come from all different places. But you then fucked off to Appleton, Wisconsin, and now you're stuck and surrounded by people who live in basically a modern-day equivalent of a tribe.
Yeah, it's done a really bad thing to my psyche.
Has the accent returned?
Yeah, like my accent's starting to return, and now I'm back to being that fat kid that nobody liked. That fat little N-word. But, times change. Got quite a few.
Yeah, that's cool now.
Thank God there's quite a few N-words now in Appleton. The rent's cheap, so they come.
Well, you're not alone then.
Yeah, I went to the gas station the other day, and it was like all black guys there, and I was like, "What the fuck is going on? Some kind of gang warfare? You guys coming to snuff out some crackers?"
Whoa! I didn't get the memo. What's happening?
I had to call some people. I go, "Do you know there's black guys here, right?"
Yeah. Do you know these guys? I don't know them.
Oh God, it's changed. A lot of Latinos now too live there.
I guess that's not too surprising. Like you said, the rent's cheap. They'll show up.
And a lot of Indian people, like the 7-Eleven type Indian people, not Native Americans.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Those are weird people. Those, I would like to. I need to have some of those people like on the show. I need to talk to them. You know what I mean? 'Cause I don't fucking get
Interesting.
'em.
Why you?
I don't fucking get them. They're fucking weird, man. Fucking food stinks. They stink. I'm not trying to be mean. Just their culture is so fucking different than American culture.
Yeah.
That I want to figure out what's behind their culture, and maybe I want to know what I'm missing out on, because they seem to be happy.
Well,
they're generally nice and happy people around me. I've never had a problem with them personally, but
because they don't live in fucking India anymore.
exactly. But ugh, they're weird, man. They're weird people. I need to understand them. Maybe I need to go live with a family for a week. You know what I mean?
I don't know. I don't really know a whole lot about Indian culture, to be honest. But really, the only thing I could really say is that it is sort of based on their religious background of like Hinduism and Buddhism and shit like that. You know what I mean? Like a lot of their culture is tied to like ancient rules that they have followed for some reason or another.
Yeah, some kind of dancing elephant shit.
Yeah, yes, there's shit like that. Yeah, some dancing elephant shit.
My depths into white trash are just now I'm turning into a racist. Oh my God. I gotta get out of this place.
I told you had to pick a side eventually, Johnny, and this is what happens.
This is the wrong side.
It's too late to realize you picked the wrong side, Johnny. You're white now.
It is. Oh man, I guess I gotta go get me a tattoo.
Johnny, let me tell you something. You picked the wrong side, but you also picked the right side.
Oh, my depths into this is turning into a Sunny in Philadelphia episode. Johnny turns white trash. We should rename it.
Yeah. Oh, you could probably make that into a fucking bit where like, do you remember in the Boondocks where Riley did that thing where he recorded himself watching nothing but black television?
No, no.
Yeah. There was an episode where he did that because he was doing a theory on like black TV makes you dumber. So he recorded himself watching nothing but black TV for 24/7. And I'm like, you should do that, but with Wisconsin.
Oh God, it is. I'm not even the same man anymore.
I mean,
like the beer is making my face puffy, and I'm starting to look like Yngwie Malmsteen. Current Yngwie Malmsteen, you know what I mean?
yeah. Yngwie Malmsteen when he isn't on tour.
I'm starting to get fucking fat face.
Yeah, from all that fucking beer weight.
Not to mention the amount of cheese that I've ingested.
Of course, because as I've heard, the cheese in Wisconsin is the best. I don't know if that's true, but I have no reason to doubt them.
1000%. This pizza place I go to now, is Rocky Rococo's.
Interesting.
Greatest ad ever. Hey, buy my fucking pizza. All right, it's fucking good. It's the best fucking pizza you're gonna get, and he isn't lying.
He's a lion.
And I don't understand why they're all going under. Greatest pizzas ever. You know, people don't understand what they got.
They don't, but also because they can't compete with multi-billion-dollar corporations.
Yeah, buy my fucking pizza. At one time, this guy had 47 locations. Now he's down to 3 in Wisconsin. Poor guy. He's like, I told you to buy the fucking pizza. What the fuck is wrong? It's the best pizza.
It wasn't a threat. It was a plea.
And they put like 6 pounds of cheese on this pizza. It's like a pizza lasagna.
Excellent.
It's just great, and I've been eating it now, nonstop.
Now, is it one of those those pizza places where there's like, oh, it's an artisan pizza restaurant?
No, it's old school. You can get it's like it's a square pan pizza, so it's got the like crispy crust on the outside.
Right. Okay, yeah. So yeah, just no bullshit pizza place.
Yeah, and it's got real like tomato sauce with chunks of tomatoes in it still.
Okay. So how
like
much?
they make
And how much was that pizza?
$32.
Ooh. Hmm.
But
I mean, it is
you
a
can't
better
eat
pizza
more.
from what you're. It is a better pizza from what you're telling me, but compared to like Pizza Hut or Papa John's or something like that, where you could get a pizza for like $18-20. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean their big thing there is they sell slices. So it's like $8 for
Okay.
a slice and a Coke, and one slice of that, literally,
Right.
you could barely eat one slice of it.
But you can order a whole pizza if you want to.
Yeah, and it's like $32, and it's worth it because it's literally 9 meals for $32. It's 9 times 7 is 32, right? No, that's 63. I'm not doing math tonight. I'm high.
Yeah, this isn't the time to do math.
We're too stoned. Not
We
yet,
are.
but almost. We're almost there.
We're getting there. We're real close. I can feel it.
Oh God, Paz is fucking killing it tonight, man. He is laughing his ass off. I'm laughing my ass off. We're having a great time. Freedom, man, changes your taking your freedom away. Really changes your perspective in life, man.
You say that, but you also pretend that by saying it wasn't that bad.
It really wasn't. It was a good break. Got me some thinking to do. Podcast was getting stale. Got some good ideas coming up this next week.
Oh, really?
So, of course, we're doing a big Black Sabbath show. And, yeah, that's the plan. Probably for the next 3 years. Every night, just Black Sabbath. How sad I am.
Yeah, that's my game plan for the podcast. Is we are going to do nothing but talk about Ozzy and Black Sabbath for the next 3 years. And if that doesn't work, we unalive ourselves.
Episode 327, The Infectious Grooves album.
I actually unironically love Infectious Grooves.
It's great. Ozzy did Therapy, I think. What's the name of the song?
Yeah.
He did with Infection Grooves? Yeah.
Yeah. Actually,
Awesome.
the funny thing about that was how they got Ozzy to get on that album was that they just so happened to be in the same studio as Ozzy when they were recording that album, but they didn't know that Ozzy was in the studio until while they were recording, they heard the sound of like a woman screaming. And so they pop their heads out and be like, what the hell is going on? And Ozzy is literally biting the boots on this woman's feet as she is like clawing and kicking Ozzy away from her. And they're just like, holy shit, that's Ozzy. And they asked him if he wanted to be on the song. I showed him what they were working with, and yeah, he dug it. So yeah, that's how he got on Infectious Grooves, which crazy.
God, yeah, what a crazy thing! And where is Lita Ford?
True. Yeah.
She should have been there, but I don't know what's going on. Sharon has problems with publishing people. But
Well, yeah, also it was a big ass show and only so much time in a day,
And boy, do I kick myself in the ass. I couldn't go anyways. Never mind. I wish I could have went over there.
I know, man. I really wish I could have gone too, but there was no way. I didn't have the money or the free time.
See, this was our Woodstock moment. You know,
Yeah.
if we were really that big of music fans, we would have did everything we could. We would have sold our cars. We would have sold it, quit our jobs. You know, and stayed in a hostel in England.
Yeah. Yeah. But unfortunately, we don't live in those times anymore.
And unfortunately, I'm kind of lazy.
That too.
Going to big events is starting to just become ugh.
Well, yeah, especially if you're only going there for like, I mean, there was a lot of people on that list that I would have loved to go and see live for sure. But to be honest, there was a lot of them where I'm just like, I really don't care. I'm here for Ozzy, you know?
And I'm going to really put a weird thing out there. My concert like intake for a day peak is about 3 hours. That's about it. That's about it for me. 3 bands, 3 hours. I'm about done.
You know, that's not bad. 3 hours. That's pretty good. I mean, I'm used to longer shows, me personally. But yeah, I think 3 hours is a pretty good standing. I find that most people wait for about 3 hours. Like for any like random music show that I've been to, like a local event or a music festival or something like that. Anytime I've ever shown up like right when the music starts, roughly about 3 hours, 4 hours is when people are like, all right, we get it. And then they fuck off, you know?
Can I be honest with you?
Yeah.
I've never went to a concert one time and never even paid attention to the concert.
Well, then what the fuck were you doing at the concert other than trying to get laid?
Trying to get laid. Getting fucked up and trying to get laid. I've been to 1,000 concerts, and I don't even remember. Sometimes I'd be out in the parking lot, you know, getting high and banging some chick and miss the whole show. I had a ticket for it, though I was there. You know, I didn't pay. The music's never really been that. It's been like the secondary thing the whole time.
Yeah,
but it's not like that anymore. It's you know, people don't roll like that anymore. Now you got to go like to have that kind of time. Now you got to go to the tent festivals, the EDMs. You got to drop mollies.
Yeah, it's a whole other scene now. I've only been to an actual EDM festival once, and again, it was at like a local event where it was like, you know, like one of like an all-nighter sort of thing. And I was very much like you, where like after 2 hours, I was just like, all right, I fucking get it. Even with weed, I'm far too sober for this.
And I even went and done that stuff, what you're supposed to do. And I was like, you know, back to just wanting people to touch me.
See, I had the opportunity to do that shit, and I said no, because the only person I knew that drug me over there, he was high, and I was like, one of us has to fucking pay attention so we don't get fucking stabbed. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Or robbed.
And so, yeah, exactly. So that was the main reason why. But also, it was because it was like, I don't know who the fuck these people are. I hardly know where the fuck I am. And I've never done this before. So chances are it's going to hit me like a fucking freight train and I'm going to have a goddamn stroke. You know what I mean?
It's not my thing.
Yeah.
Those drugs aren't my thing. Mushrooms really aren't my thing. Yeah, I mean, it's fun once in a while, but I couldn't microdose every day.
Well, actually, going back to what you were saying earlier, I remember one time my tattoo artist he dragged me to a show to go see Power Man 5000 and Orgy.
Yes. And
yeah, and so on our way to the show, we were just bullshitting and talking about music, and one thing that he said that kind of surprised me was he was like, "Man, it's gonna be real sad when King Diamond dies," and I was just like, "I didn't think you were a King Diamond fan." He's like, "I'm not, but I've been to King Diamond shows." I'm like, what? Like, why would you be sad if King Diamond dies? He's like, well, if King Diamond is dead, then where are all the vampire women gonna go? Where am I gonna find all my hot goth chicks now? Like,
Dude, I know where he's coming from. I hate King Diamond, but I'll go to a goddamn. I love those chicks. Oh God, does every man love those chicks? They're so.
yeah, but you know, when he put it like that, I was like, you know what? I understand now.
You know, I'm really pissed off that I'm missing New Kids on the Block at the Sphere right now.
I don't really think you're missing out on much of a show.
Oh, I'm not talking about the show. I'm talking
I'm not talking about the show.
I'm talking about 13,000 35 to 50-year-old horny pussy dripping women every night. Oh, the ratio at New Kids on the Block. Oh, it's like shooting fish in a barrel.
I'm surprised that they're just still popular enough to go on tour. I thought for sure that they'd be considered dead at this point.
No, they're running the Sphere right now. They're selling it out full of chicks.
Fucking insane.
The best move, guys, if you're in Las Vegas and there is a big Sphere show or a big show where there's going to be a lot of chicks, find the nearest bar from the exit of the venue and just sit there on the patio and say hello to every woman till you find one dumb enough to start licking. The rim of the glass. Well, we're doing tequila, of course.
Yes, that's what you mean.
Okay, YouTube censors. I'm not sexual.
No, this is a family-friendly show, obviously.
Yeah, we didn't talk about things earlier that were sexual.
No, to be honest, I completely forgot what we were talking about.
Well, I think we've reached that time. I think.
Yeah,
we're getting there.
Usually when we start losing our train of thought, that's usually a good sign.
Yep. All right. Well, we just wanted to say goodbye, Ozzy, and goodbye, Johnny's freedom. Johnny's slowly turning into complete white trash.
Yes, and I will pray for your recovery for when you get back to Vegas and you have to fight. You got to quit cold turkey. You go into the fridge and there's no Millers in there and you just start sweating. Just like, God fucking damn it.
You know, the only guy too that's going to go, hey, what ruined your life? Miller beer, fresh Miller beer. It's so delicious.
What ruined your life? Wisconsin.
Woo! Where I need that. Where I need that. Yeah, it's Paul's realities thing there, maybe. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's it. The first baby came out. We're too stoned.
Yeah, I love how that's your sign. I was like, oh fuck, I let that slip. I gotta stop this.
There's a baby. Woo!
You let the Ric Flair slip.
You know, I think about Marco sometimes before we leave. Since it's been a Jerry Springer, let's do a Johnny's final thought. Johnny
Springer.
You know, I ran into this Marco guy a couple of years ago, and he's a young guy. He's a young guy. He very productive guy, very hard worker, nice guy. He's like the Yoda that no one listens to. He's like the Dr. Phil without the TV show. He said, Johnny, stay away from that alcohol and them women. It's all it does is cause you problems. Where did it end me up? Ended up in a jail cell in the whole day and a half. All I heard is Marco's voice going, what are you doing? Why are you drinking? Why are you doing that? You need to find yourself a woman and have a solid relationship and quit chasing these vaginas around and having sex with your aunt. Marco says having sex with your aunt, not a good idea.
I'm just saying, it might not be your smartest move.
Pause Reality says R.I.P. the legend, and the horny 50-year-old woman. I mean, I need them. I am 40. He might be drinking the Millers tonight himself. Old Pause.
Well, then I guess what you need to do, Pause, is look up the boy bands from the 90s that are on tour. So like New Kids on the Block, Backstreet Boys. I doubt NSYNC will ever get back together. But all those fucking boy bands from back in the day that are trying to milk whatever fan base they have left. Just follow them.
Yeah, I mean, like if a buddy comes to you and says they're going to go see a band, and you look at him and go, "What are you, fucking gay?" Those are the shows that you need to go see.
Yes. Yeah.
The
Nickelback.
yes, full of chicks.
Yeah. Creed, full of chicks.
And New Kids on the Block, Taylor Swift.
Obviously, yes, Taylor Swift, but that's a pretty young crowd too.
Yeah, Taylor Swift is a little scary because that might end you up more than a night in jail. Maybe 18 to 20.
You want to talk about white trash? That's a whole other level of white trash. That's not even white trash. That's just crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. I mean, I'm pretty low right now, but no, there's a limit.
I don't know. You did tell me that your celebrity crush is Courtney Love, so I don't know if that's true.
No, that's 1,000% true. Even 60-year-old Courtney Love right now would be a hellcat.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Trent Reznor couldn't handle her.
Yes.
He said she was too much. And I want somebody who's too much for Trent Reznor. Because he fucks him like an animal.
Yes, but why do you want that?
I don't know. I love crazy women. And,
yes, I can tell.
tomorrow night, I think I'm going to have KB on.
Oh, God, no.
Yes. I've been talking. I just talked. She popped up tonight, and I might bring. KB too is my podcast mistress.
Yes, you have done podcasts with her in the past.
Yes, and they're fucking awesome.
Yeah, she's how do I say this? She's something.
She's kind of my mom's twin sister. Let's leave it at that.
So
no, I mean like not literally, but like the same, old like rocker chick vibes. You know what I mean?
Right. Okay, gotcha. So she's like your mom, but she's a completely random person.
Yeah, no, not I'm really into the family thing now, but
apparently, yeah, it might work out for you. Although I don't know if I would go for KB. I know very little about her, but for what little I've heard, it was enough for me to like if she listens to this, I'm sorry, but from what you have told me and what she has told me, every red flag just popped up in my head, and I'm just like, nope.
Oh, she's a blast. She really is a blast. Oh, that's Johnny. That's what Johnny likes.
But that's why I hang out with you, is because you find all the crazy people that I have better judgment and I would never bother messing with these people. But you aren't scared of shit and you don't care. You can show up and give them a joint and just be like, hey, you want to talk in this mic real fast?
Yeah, let's go. It's fun.
Yeah, it's fun. Trust me.
Yeah. See, the other cool thing is that since our audience is cool, nobody's going to clip the part where I said I had sex with my aunt. So thank God that's not going to happen. Thank God we're still under the radar.
It certainly won't come back to bite you in the ass in October.
I'm already regretting talking about that, thinking about pulling the episode down. But, I have a contract. We got to keep them up. So.
Well, we have to keep it up, but you can how do I phrase this? There could be a certain glitch that you couldn't account for.
Yeah, maybe we'll see.
We could Epstein it.
As long as she doesn't hear it, we'll be okay.
Yes.
She's
That's the
not
most
very.
important thing.
She's not very bright. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, we have a hard enough time having intelligent people find us. I doubt that she'll find us.
Do you really want to know what I felt like? I felt like Hank Hill banging Luann. She kind of reminds me of Luann a little bit.
That that doesn't make it any better.
No, it doesn't. But technically, it's a step. Step doesn't count. Remember, step doesn't count. I've watched a lot of films on this service called PornTube.
Oh,
and
yes,
apparently step does
it's,
not count on there.
yes, yes. According to I have it written down in my notes here somewhere. Whatever. According to this one website, yeah, step is totally fine.
Step don't count.
Step don't count.
One classic last week before we leave the Curb Your Enthusiasm when Larry went to the support group meeting and said his uncle molested him as a kid, and then his uncle shows up to this event where the lady from the group was and says, "You son of a bitch," and punches the guy.
Yeah.
He goes, she was a step. Does step count? Step counts.
Yes, I would imagine it would still fucking count for some people, but for your situation, it does have a weird, like, stunning amount of technicalities, I will say.
Yeah, saying I banged a 29-year-old stripper sounds a lot better than I screwed my aunt.
Right, exactly. But the fact that she is a 29-year-old stripper that just so happened to marry your uncle who was married to your actual aunt.
Yes.
It's like, okay, yeah, technically, yeah, that's okay. It's still kind of weird, but
yeah,
technically, yeah.
It's bad, but it could be worse.
Yeah, on the surface it sounds real bad, but in reality it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, I'm the only guy that's done time for smoking weed and fucking his aunt. But anyways.
Yeah, and it's the weed thing that got you in trouble.
Yes, it's a weed thing. Don't do drugs, kids. If you live in Wisconsin, no weed for you.
Yeah, don't do drugs if you're in Wisconsin. So in other words, get the fuck out of Wisconsin.
Yeah, after 3 offenses, you face up to 3.5 years in prison for smoking weed. Where it's literally.
Do you think that we could maybe? Do you think that we could convince the court to let you do the podcast in prison?
If the court found out I did this podcast, holy shit. Dude, this podcast will be over for 3 years unless I could smuggle a fucking phone into the cell.
I've seen videos of prisoners doing that, which boggles my fucking mind. I'm just like, out of all the things you could have smuggled into prison, you smuggled the one thing that can track you, you stupid motherfuckers.
2 Stone with Johnny's ass phone.
Yes. Live from Johnny's ass.
Or I have to call in. You have 14 minutes. Here's a call from an inmate.
We have to do the show like in. You have to call me every day because you have 15 minutes to talk. So we have to do the show like once a day every week, and then I have to splice it all together for one show.
One show. It cost me like $87 and
we are literally losing money doing the show. We're doing this show to help raise money to get Johnny out of prison, and he has to pay $100 a week just to get the show up and off the ground.
And all I had to do was not drink that goddamn beer.
That's all it takes, man. It's not that hard.
But have you had a fresh Miller in an ice cold mug? I mean, honestly.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that drinking is a terrible thing. In moderation, if you know how to control yourself and you understand your limits. But I'm not saying I'm fucking perfect. I've gone past my limits many times, but that's why I opt out to not drink at all. You know.
Yeah, you know, and not you, at the store you can buy cooked chopped bratwurst. So you put in the microwave for a minute.
Ooh.
Smoked with the Wisconsin. I mean, it's the food is so good. I'm going to weigh 400 pounds.
Yeah, that's why everybody's fat, is because the food's delicious and the beer is cheap.
Where are they now? Well, we've tracked Johnny Cush. He stayed in Appleton.
We aren't really
Listen.
sure it's him. He apparently gained 120 pounds.
Not much. We've not talked to him much. He
and
seems
he's got a Confederate flag tattooed on his forehead.
Yeah, he's gone full racist. He's gone off the deep end.
Yeah,
He's
if this is our guy, he's gone insane.
He's currently newly married to his aunt. Las Policelity says before we leave, what could go wrong marrying your aunt with some nice titties? You know, my uncle, I mean, he would pay for those, you know.
Well, yeah, if his wife was a stripper, I would imagine that he would have to show out somebody to keep those things perky, let's say.
I'm telling you, Wisconsin turns you into white trash.
Yeah, I would.
My uncle,
I can only imagine.
I fucked my junkyard running uncle's wife. Okay, all right. I got to get out of this hell. Hopefully, good news will come before next week's show, and I will be out of the land of cheese.
Yes, but at least you have some time to have some more delicious food and cheap beer before you have to go back to Vegas, the land of expensive everything.
Yeah, I got to wait till somebody can be transferred to California, and then life goes back to normal.
Oh, good. Well, you have
Not really.
At least you have.
Wait a minute.
Well, you have the show to keep your mind off of things, and by that I mean use it as an excuse to bitch about why weed isn't legal in Wisconsin.
Yep, I'm landing a crusade. I'm gonna put a team together.
You have a team of fat Wisconsin middle-aged men that just want to smoke weed.
No, I have 18,000 emails accounts that I can send at any time to Barrage. But I think that's illegal now. Never mind.
It might be. It might be. I'm not entirely sure, but it might be. You might want to talk to your lawyer about that.
Yeah, I might want to hold off on that plan of attack. I'm kidding.
Now.
You think I can remember anybody? I can't. I don't even answer my own goddamn emails.
Yeah, come on to the show. I'm sure there's someone that's tried to reach out to us, and we just don't fucking answer.
Yeah, there was. I was going through the emails the other night. There was an author that wrote to me 3 years ago.
Oh, fucking god damn it!
Wrote back to him. He's dead.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm bad at that.
The one dude that actually had hope.
And honestly, being stoners, we're in a little bit of overtime. We'll bump off here real quickly. But being stoners, one last stoner quote before the end of the night that we'll clip is, I'll get a text from somebody, and I'll read it, and I'll go, I want to make a sandwich, and I'm going to really get into texting this guy back. Because right now I'm hungry. Right now I'm not in the mood to talk, but I'm just going to go make a quick sandwich, grab a Coke, and then I'm going to write this guy a long email or text back or whatever, right?
Right.
And then you smoke a joint, you go make a sandwich, you turn the YouTube on, and you forget. And then 3 weeks, like 3-4 days later, you go, oh, fuck, that was important. I just lost a deal. Damn it.
And how many times has that happened to you?
10,000.
Yeah, sounds about right.
It's like, why haven't they called me back? It's like, oh, you didn't send the text. I do that too a lot. I'll
Yeah.
text somebody back and think I've sent
Yeah.
it, and then go look back. Why haven't they texted me back? And you're like, oh, this never got delivered. Great.
Yeah. I do that all the time too, where I read a text and I go like, all right, awesome. And then in my brain I think, oh, because I thought it, that meant I sent it, right? We live in the future.
And then I'm like, when I do answer everybody, and I'm like, why isn't anybody answering back? I'm like, you're literally texting guys with families at 3:30 in the morning.
Yeah, you are messaging people back at 3 a.m. while everybody else is asleep, and then when everybody responds to you, you're dead asleep.
Yep.
It doesn't work for anybody.
I need a guy.
You do. We need a producer, but nobody is going to produce this show for fucking free.
No, or ruin the reputation for forever.
No, not that either.
Yeah, eat me some. All right. I guess we'll send you on your way. You have to deal with me now for another 6 days until we return Monday.
Yes.
The Twitch stream over at Marco there. I think eventually we will defeat the Reaper.
Oh yes, eventually we will. At Marco V193 on the Twitch. Mondays at 10 p.m. for me and Johnny playing Mass Effect and Mass Effect 3 specifically. You can also look me up at Marco V with 2 E's 193 on X if you want to. If you want to join the show, or if you want to say how much we suck, like we don't already know, I would love to hear about it. Legitimately, message me, please. I'd love to hear about it. And also MHH Network on YouTube and Rumble, so that, for those of you that aren't subscribed to it already, then you know how to look us up and how to share it and bug your friends, your family, your neighbor's dog, whoever you want to. And also MHH Johnny's Picks on Spotify and YouTube Music, like we've mentioned before. Over 400 songs of probably some of the most kick-ass material that you have ever heard or forgot about. And it's pretty much music to fit any scenario that you could think of. Doing yard work, working at your own job, fucking car shopping after your car got squished, visiting the monster truck rally. It really takes the edge off.
Really does.
But yes, thank you to all of you. Thank you, Pause. And also thank you to Nazaredina for the intro song and letting us use it as always. And yeah, check out MHH Network on Rumble for Marijuana Happy Hour, MHH News Desk, and whatever it is that Johnny feels like doing before they lock him up in October.
Yes, I got a couple of months of freedom before they take it away from me, and
so we have a few months to make it before Johnny gets locked up, and we have to sell T-shirts.
T-shirt free Johnny.
Yeah, free Johnny. It's just going to be a black silhouette of an outline of you. It's like, free Johnny. Who's Johnny?
Yeah, I'll be like the Chavo Guerrero of. Oh wait, no, not Chavo Guerrero. What the hell's that guy's? The guy with the T-shirt. That's the guy from Pearl Jam. Che Guevara, Chavo Guerrero.
It was close.
God, the Chavo Guerrero of marijuana in Wisconsin. It's just like, how ironic is it that I've done over 6,000 shows and I get arrested before I do one the first time for marijuana?
I know. That's insane. You literally started the show, and before you even met me, and the thing you got busted for that ended the show wasn't even marijuana charges.
No.
And then you come back, do the show again, and now is the time you get busted for marijuana charges.
Crazy. First time in Wisconsin ever getting busted. Growing up there.
Yeah.
Nobody cared.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because you grew up in a small town. The population was probably like 30,000 or some shit. No one cared.
No. It's like out there, guys. Be careful where you put that pecker.
As long as you're not burning down the forest, I don't give a shit.
I forgot women fall in love. I forgot about it. I don't know why any woman would want to be with me after the first night. I'm
If
not
they
used to
fall in
women.
love with me, that's on them. It's like, I don't know what your fucking issue is. But
Yeah, I'm not a guy that expects surprise pop-ins. I'm not a surprise pop-in type of guy. You need to get an invitation to come over. You just don't pop into my place.
yeah, I'm very much the same way. I don't appreciate surprise visits.
It's the middle of the night. You're out in the woods.
Yes, exactly.
I'm banging a
For all
girl.
I know, it's a fucking skinwalker or a fed.
Yeah, I mean the screen door is wide open. There's a screen door there. I mean, it's crazy. All right, sorry. It's just I've been traumatized. Yeah, check us next week for Tuesday, 10 p.m. Pacific for the Three Amigos. Marco, Johnny, and Nazrina. And he's not an amigo yet. I'm talking about Pause Reality. Pause and Nas, bro. We're too stoned. Sorry. Calling my brother.
Too similar of names.
Calling my brother Pause Nas. That's terrible, man. I owe you something. I don't know. Maybe I'll send you a kind email.
You'll get it a week from now.
Yeah, my finances are getting a little stretched.
It's not the only thing getting stretched.
Yeah, if you know what I'm saying. It'll be on my butthole in October. All right. It's crude, bro.
Whatever they got in Wisconsin, it's fucking working.
All right, we got to get out of here. Jim Morton said he got demonetized, and he didn't know why. And he finally figured out it was his theme song. You can't say a swear word, I guess, in the first 5 minutes. No, is the thing?
Yeah, I think that's the rule, is that you can't curse within the first 5 minutes, otherwise it's not considered ad friendly.
So his first song was, I got a fucking podcast. Fucking podcast.
Yeah.
All right. It's time to get out of this place. Marco,
sounds like a plan to me.
Any surprise pop-up shows this weekend? Are you doing anything?
No, not just on my Twitch channel on Thursday and Friday. I'm going to be playing a game called Postal 4. No regrets. It's just a total fuck around game, and it's going to be a blast. I think that's a game that you and I should play, is the Postal series. It's objectively, the games are terrible, but that's kind of the point. You know what I mean?
Postal, they have this guy in it?
I still need time. You'll have my answer soon, I promise.
I look forward.
Counselor Fuckface.
Shepard.
Newman.
I got your
Hello, Newman.
Nothing better. Yeah, nothing better than a Seinfeld reference in a 20-year-old video game.
Newman, why all the postmen go crazy? The mail never stops. Those Sears catalogs. Yeah, we're going to eventually grow an audience. Until then, like us, just chilling, doing the show. Absolutely, bro. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, don't forget to smash that like button and fuck the absolute shit out of that subscribe button. Is that what the kids say? Is that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, you got to smash and grab, bro. Smash and grab.
Grab the money and run.
And goddamn, we got to get one more text up there. Sure, you can have it. That guy in it. Sure, what? Come on, bro. Am I high or is this weird? Sure, you can have that guy in it.
I
Cool.
think he means I'm sure you could have that guy in it. Yeah, with Postal especially, the mod community for Postal is fucking insane. I'm sure that there is a way to put Newman in that fucking game.
Fucking Newman rules.
I love Newman. That's like one of my favorite characters from that fucking show. We could talk about fucking Seinfeld for an entire show, I think.
He's one of those guys that has looked the fucking same since he was 20 years old. He's like 90 and he still looks like Newman.
I know. I can't see him in any other movie that he's in. The motherfucker was in Jurassic Park and I still just saw him as Newman.
The best was the one where the chick crossed her legs. He was sitting there smoking the cigarette and sweating because he's showing her but JJ.
Still one of my favorites of Newman was it was like Jerry's parents were in his apartment and he just like was scoping it out and he just like goes into Jerry's apartment and he sees like a candy bar and he picks it up and like the way that he just like picks it up is like he picks it up like a child with like both hands and then just sniffs it like he was snorting coke off of it and then just tucks it in his shirt pocket. Just like with just utter like joy and greed on his face. He just, oh my, how interesting.
Yeah, they asked Kramer in real life, whatever his name is, Michael Richards. They asked him. He said his kids finally got to see all the shows. And like, who's your favorite character? And they said Newman. Everybody's favorite character was Newman.
Yeah, Newman was fucking hilarious.
They should have redone another show with just Newman.
A spin-off show with Newman and Kramer.
Not even Kramer, just Newman, just working as the mailman, being a shitty mailman every day.
I'd watch that. I'd watch that now.
Yeah, if it just doesn't work out, I'm going to go be a mailman.
Shark Tank idea number 801. Seinfeld spinoff, but it's just Newman as a postman.
Yeah, like Newman now.
Yes, Newman now. He's been a postman this whole fucking time.
Jerry moved to L.A. Kramer's in jail.
Yeah,
but for some,
all he does is just he's just surrounded by Seinfeld success the whole time, and all he does is just bitch and moan about how he's an Amazon truck driver now.
He had to switch to Amazon. The economy.
Yeah. See, the jokes write themselves. It's easy.
I mean, that's 10 episodes, no problem, in the can. Call us Netflix, Shark Tank 801. I think that might be the hit.
I think so.
Because I do not remember Shark Tank ideas 1 through 700 and 800.
That's why we record them, Johnny, so we don't have to remember them.
We need a super fan to go through and like put down each idea and send it to Shark Tank.
Send it to us on a thumb drive just so that we could plug it into we could send it to the sharks. They could just put it into a smart TV and just be like, sharks, here's a list of our ideas. One of them you're going to say yes to, statistically speaking.
And I just got an email. Super fans? Question mark. Yeah, I believe we have right now 0 super fans. We have occasional listeners.
Which there's nothing wrong with having occasional listeners. I think I kind of prefer having occasional listeners, to be honest.
We're stoned, man. Sometimes we forget we even like the show. Sometimes we forget to tune in. Sometimes we forget the show even happened.
Yeah, we're not very good at promoting our show or telling people to watch our show because like an hour before the show starts, we're like, all right, I got to get good and stoned to get ready, and then by the time I'm ready, I'm like, oh fuck, I got to get on in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, we call this just building a back catalog.
Pretty much.
I was in Hollywood too long. I can spin anything. We're really not into making successful. We're just about building the back catalog to be, before we really get started.
Yeah, we gotta I have this idea, but then I realized it was shit. But I convinced them that we could make some money off of it, so we're doing it anyway.
Here's every local band's gigs. They show up. There's nobody there. Like, oh, look at the. Oh, it's still early. Still early. Doors are in about 10 minutes. Who's outside? Nobody. Oh, that's okay. That's cool. That's cool. You know, show doesn't start till 9. It's still early. 9 o'clock rolls around. There's one guy there. He's really drunk.
What do you mean? It's everybody else's family and friends.
Yeah. No, this is at a point when a band's career where their family and friends have had enough. They're not coming anymore.
Yeah. You just accept you're not taking off, man. It's been 5 years and nothing's changed.
You're my best friend, and I ran into this. And then they start getting mad when you don't show up to the shows. I'm like, dude, I've seen your same set for a year. I don't even really like your band. I'm not trying to be mean. It's just not my type of music. You're my buddy. It's the only reason I come. But
Right.
I can't do it no more. I can't come to every show. I can't do it.
Yeah.
You know, I told him, I says, even if you were fucking Led Zeppelin, I would be sick of you. It's not about the band. It's just about, it's too much. I've seen it too much.
Well, it also doesn't help if you play the same damn thing over and over and over again.
And then at the end of the night, as they're packing their equipment up, and the bar owner says, oh, yeah, I guess there was a carnival up the street. Shit. Fuck, it wasn't our fault. Damn carnival. I don't know about the advertise. I didn't see a poster anywhere. Shit. It's never anybody's fault.
Of course not.
And it's my fault for dragging the show too late. All right, we got to get out of here. Here we go. Anything else
Where's the
before we go?
promoter for this show?
His pause. He's screaming. He said goodnight 20 minutes ago. All right, guys. I'm trying to get laid here. I got shit to do. Let's get the show over with. So, we're the three amigos. Signing off.
On the news,
Maybe.
Johnny's got step relatives to woo. Let's get this over with.
$500,000. An extraordinary rare dime whose whereabouts had remained a mystery.
Walmart
since
opens
the
at
late
8. I'm going to get me an
1970s,
engagement
just sold for
ring.
Just over $500,000.
I'm going to get me cubic zirconia. The shiny one. I want that one.
I think $27 is a little much, but I got a coupon.
Subscribe to That's So Funny.
Does this coupon work for engagement rings? I heard that the women like it when you get it for cheap.
Yeah, I need one that's big enough to fit over my Miller beer bottle. I'm going to propose that way.
See, I want one to put on her finger, but then I want another one to put over her beer bottle.
The real dimes you need, right? You need,
you know, like the neck of her beer bottle. Like I want to put that over it.
And I need two matching ones for titty piercings.
Burger dress and shit. You know what I'm saying? You need that shit that frees the slaves, motherfucker.
Coincidentally, her nipple ring size is the same as her finger size.
Our wedding song's gonna be Crazy Bitch, just like on Tosh.0.
It's gonna be Crazy Bitch and Kid Rock and Hank Williams, and it's gonna have all sorts of shit,
Underground
man.
Railroad shit. You know what I'm saying? You need to smoke that. You fucking, yeah, that's what you.
All right, man. Good luck surviving Wisconsin. I'll catch you Monday.
All right, see you later.
A rare dime hidden for decades sells for over $500,000.